Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is of course another reaction video. Today, we're getting into some more Haikyuu. Episode 7, I believe? Yeah, 7. We're going to be getting into episode 7 of Haikyuu to the top, aka Haikyuu Season 4. In the middle of a practice game. I thought the last episode ended weird, but it ended with Kageyama asking Nishinoya to go, to move back some. Okay, don't know what happened there. Camera went out for a second, but then Nishinoya looked at him quite angrily and said, "Huh?" So I have no idea what exactly Kageyama was meaning by that and what kind of reaction Nishinoya is gonna have. He's clearly gonna be a bit upset, but I don't know. This may or may not end up being a drawn-out conflict, or it might be a very short conflict where they like subvert our expectations or whatever. And it's like, no, I didn't mean like to offend you in any way, Nishinoya. I was just like asking if you could back up for a second because I want to try something new, and then it's like everything's perfectly fine. Who knows? But as always, before we get into the actual episode, if you enjoy Haikyuu, make sure to press the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single upload of Haikyuu in the future. With that being said, let's get started the episode. As always, link down in the description below will take you to the full-length uncut reaction, so go there, watch the episode, come back to YouTube for discussion. I'm surprised. I guess we'll get more of the actual game next episode, but I was expecting a lot more time being spent on the actual match. But this is mostly just spent on character development regarding Kageyama, who is falling back into his old habits of being the tyrannical king of the court, which was by the way, it was pretty great. I really liked exploring that aspect. As I said before, old habits are hard to, change up. Changing like the human mind and the patterns that have been pre-established in it is very difficult. Which is why a lot of people have trouble losing weight or keeping from gaining weight again after they lost the weight, or that's why addiction happens, because even if you can get past those habits that you have, that doesn't mean that they're gone forever. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a disease in that way, and that's why they kind of liken addiction to a disease. So it's really cool that they brought that up. It definitely makes me like, and like I love the way they drew Kageyama's face when he realized, "Fuck, I'm doing it again." It helps make the characters feel more human, because if they never brought that up again, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it, honestly, because I wouldn't. That's just how it is with me, I guess. But because they did bring it up, I appreciate it just that much more, It shows that the author of the manga, Haruichi Furudate, is thinking about these things, and he, I think, he knows what he's doing. Like he knows what he can do to make these characters feel human. I already love these characters and felt like they were real people based on the way they were written, and that was the first time I was like, yes, I love these characters. They feel like real people. Was back at the end of season 1 when they lost the game against Aoba Josai, and they were eating food and crying, and it got me, because you're not gonna win even if you've got talent on your team. You're not gonna win. And I also think, and this will be the last time I bring it up, I think, because it's not been happening recently, but the whole relearning the fundamentals that Hinata has been doing, and learning about viewing things from a different perspective when things won't work out, because I 100% that's going to come back again later. And I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate this, because it's doing simple things that when you think about it, they make sense. They make sense. Having Hinata go back to learn the fundamentals because he was never taught those properly. He was basically teaching himself and relying on his incredible natural athletic skills and speed and stuff like that. So that makes it really good. And Kageyama having to once again learn to take care of his whole tyrannical, controlling personality, which he'd already done before in, I believe, season 1, and he's gotten better over the seasons, but it didn't, and it's really good that they seemingly only relegated it to 1 episode, because if they dragged on it for too long, it would have risked the possibility of it being overstaying its welcome and it being just like retreading old ground and being boring or something like that. But I think the length they gave it is good for it, and I especially love the, and it just shows how like connected Hinata and Kageyama are, because they just know each other well, even though they bicker a lot. They know each other on a deep enough level and a personal enough, intimate enough level that they can do this. And I mentioned it during the actual reaction bit, but what Hinata was saying is like, who cares if he acts like a king? And that's always been true. It doesn't matter if he acts like a king or not, because no matter how he acts on the court, if the people on the court on his team don't like it, they don't have to put up with it. No one's forcing them to. They don't. It's exactly what I was saying. It's like you can't blame manufacturers for making such garbage products, because people are consuming it. Blame the people that are consuming the product, not the people that are making it, because they're just filling a demand. They're smart. They're following business trends or economical trends and stuff like that. They're just doing what they can to to keep themselves good or whatever, make that money. You know what I mean? And it's they wouldn't be able to do that if it weren't for all the people that were buying it. So I like that. I've overall I just really enjoyed this more of this development of the characters. It'll never stop in Haikyuu, and there'll always be something that they need to work on, which is great. And I can't wait to see more, because so far there are still some characters that haven't gotten very much development throughout this season. I assume there's going to be way more for the rest of them, because that's the whole thing about team sports, is that you're on a team. You're not just by yourself. You've got other people. So the other people on the team obviously have to be doing some of their development, either to their character or their personality, their way of playing, their certain like techniques. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. If going by the rest of the other 3 seasons is anything to go by, it's gonna be very good. So I'm excited to see more. That's pretty much all I had to say about this episode, though. If you enjoyed this video and watched all the way to the end, thank you very much. First of all, and second of all, make sure to press the like button to show that you enjoy Haikyuu and you want to see more. And if you want to see more, by the way, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you don't miss any future uploads. With that all being said, thank you once again for watching. Peace.